All right, we had some problems with number 156 at the end, so started part 2. Here is the beginning of 156.2. Alright, that's alright as vehicles fires goes. It's not the best, but it's alright. Am I going to send that one out? I'm not quite sure. I'm not quite sure if I'm going to send that one out.
6040, you still need one more unit?
40, can I help?
I'd like to get another story. At least I got you guys something, right? At least I got you guys something.
1260, cancel incident 801-2875, one handle. We're trying down domestic, Central Battery, domestic violence, 1550 West 2nd Street. Is timed down, code 2, incident 821, ready 237. No warrant, wait. Cancel incident, unit. Having code 3 information station 2, 13891, the Driver Street, 1943, cancel your response.
The 6040's location, 7930.
57 West Squad 39, person sick, ALS, cars so placed, MPR Highway. Possible 499 West Boston and that letter is 799 or E1372. 431943, respond to Clothing Kid Bridge for additional unit request. Incident 756.
Station 1939 additional reports made assaulting a woman at 13891 Barber Street. And for location in the middle of the street, suspect male Hispanic, 30, bald, black shirt, very short, assaulting a female Hispanic, 5 foot, 25, 30 years, blue jeans. Field 3 incident 847.
Using the ambulance ADW, Yosemite and Avoca. Subject, male, unknown, yelling from the passenger seat of his vehicle to unknown person on the floor, possibly waving a knife or a bat. Minor comments, code 2 incident 8440, resident 7, no floor, in the house, Berkshire Boulevard, identified.
33, go.
77 units, cash responses at 805, 3873 handling.
Stolen vehicles, the intersection of 51st and Grand.
Squad 1 units, 1 minute for rescue. 132 Doty Avenue, 132nd Street, medium responding.
Unit 2 of courtesy to our non-possible stolen vehicle related to our call. They're all going to be license plates 5 and George Lincoln 292. Just don't want to verify if this is a...
Oh, Andy, it wasn't for no reason.
Negative, only for this.
I had my reasons. Or I had my reason. It's basically mainly one reason why I put you on timeout. So, it's not for no reason. It was for a reason.
Chadron Avenue, Unit 103, 139th Street. 319 router, she's in front of 1321 West Martin 15.
You said that I wouldn't. You said I wouldn't dare put you on timeout. Or I wouldn't dare block you.
Everybody on the perimeter, you can go ahead and break it
Well,
down.
guess what? I did. So there. What's up with that? What's up with that, eh? Damn, I know, huh? It's hard out here for a pimp. It's hard out here in these streets.
Additional enforcement possible on 139 Barber Street. Suspect victim are now running towards Sandusky. Criminal and additional suspect victim. Additional to the enforcement.
That's what I recommend. Any unit available respond for 7Z1 to
Andrew, what day? What day is that happening? Scott has big balls all of a sudden? Dude, it doesn't take big balls to press a button on a keyboard. Doesn't take big balls to press a button on a keyboard, dude. My balls are the same size they were 3 days ago, 2 days ago. Maybe not 30 years ago. They're probably a little bigger now. I'm old. They're sagging. A little longer. More girth. September 20th, huh? That's plenty of time to get the National Guard down there and get things prepared. Nobody's storming anything. And then people are going to be mad if people get shot and killed. It clearly says, you show up here, you're going to die. You just got to read in between the lines.
One King 182, 1 King 182, Code Stammer, code 1040, what? Go to 13514 Hart Street, 1509 is requesting a van unit to check on oral information for a possible code 37 related to incident 756. Verify if a fresh stolen or on a report stolen incident 856, Hardy 919, code 2.
Send me that request.
Come back and switch now. Go further. 135, you can show code 4 for the main, no evidence trouble. 58, please. Code 2 incident 839, RD 1239. Units code 4 fifth and main, no evidence trouble.
We don't see here at the intersection of Yosemite and Abaca. We find nothing.
23, Oak Park Avenue and Heartland, home 1. Four 59, 4859, are you clear?
Simplex, please. Really, the new Roger. 55, switch to Simplex for 5885. So, the first thing over really there. With the listener.
The Southwest Station?
This is real nice. You have the feature of the thing.
219, 319, produce Simplex for 3831. Over the apartment 308.
So 4573.
Copy, look for who? Zoe. Rock.
West Lillian for 15 man 2029 South Boulevard, incident 825 and RD 82. Incident 860-12612 Sherman Way at 80 out of body.
Roger.
Any Olympic unit, unknown trouble 1712 South Vermont Avenue. Code 2 incident 0862 and RD 2088.
Traffic stop. Stradling and Webb in the food for less parking lot. 60873 Edward 2.
Suspects in the area 408 Beach Street.
Engine Squad 171 Medical Rescue 62 South Fur Avenue, Hillcrest Boulevard.
Rude.
1710 West 7th
Rude.
Street. It's timed out. Code 2 incident
Rude.
858 RD 266.
No trouble. 1712 South Vermont Avenue at the McDonald's. Code 2. Incident 822 RD 2088. Alright. All 70 code section.
270 Roger.
In custody. We're gonna go along.
So for both Charles, Suspect custody, Laurel, and Beverly.
Engine 121 West Squad 134, traffic collision ALS. Southbound 14, Northrop Avenue N. PHP responding.
873 is PR wishing me.
373 standby. PR 1521. Roger.
No basically.
695 Squad 158, difficulty breathing. 14427 South Normandy Avenue. Via Bean, Rosecrans Avenue.
753 Roger. Okay, you confirm your incident? 8895 negative.
I am in Los Angeles. That is the city I am in. I am in Los Angeles. Los Angeles.
Engine 16, back to Delaware 1135, East 88, please.
Come in on base from 6020. Want to CC call code to the transport anyone? 20 copy. Do you want any Uber traffic north to your location? I can turn around.
785 PR for speed.
Dylan, you have Adam 99 out Mainline Station.
399, 399, landline station.
What?
18863 Mainline to Washington Avenue.
Ooh, yuck.
Cancel 2869 off incident 0862 and show us handling.
2869, 2869, cancel to the 862. 20 and 97 will handle. Yeah, just don't allow your traffic to come back up. And we're going to need OPG to be able to drive up the hill too. Six 6060 advises don't let any traffic up except for OPG tow.
Hollywood Unit, domestic violence 1441 North Mechanic, please. This is a female Hispanic, 28 years, in a gray sundress. Code 2 incident 0825 in RD 646.
You're in the code 6.
871 automatic alarm. 744 Gilbert.
23-19-39, Roger. PR does not wish to be contacted. 37, the PR is no longer at the location, does not wish to meet, and FD cleared, unable to locate.
Fourteen 41 was in Cannon, please. Code 2 incident 865 4646.
Southeast Street, 835, 835, unknown trouble, 11015 South Broadway, 11015 Broadway, code 3 incident 868, NRD 1842.
Clear on 9, you can have 11851 respond to the station.
51, 11851, respond to the station for 11090.
95, respond to code 3 from Figaro on 90 seconds to 11015 South Broadway. Okay, 969, can I get SMJ sold for one vehicle? We're going to be at Fairfax and 3rd Street.
1710 West 7th Street is timed out, code 2, incident 838, RD 266. Where for unit handling, identify. Bye-bye.
Whew, that was fun.
1.5 North Vendome Street, incident 712, RD 231. Answer ends 71718. Person 7178 has no callback number. Code 2711 Glendale Boulevard, incident 797, RD 1144. 8th place is now a ADW just occurred, 1208 West 59th place. The original PR is the suspect. He's a male with a male black with a number 13 jersey on, armed with a knife. The suspect was threatening family members may have mental illness. Official on incident 867.
2833, 2833, are you clear?
Ding 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 ding. We have a winner. Tonight's winner is me with a $9.99 donation from Alken. Ding 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 ding. Thanks, Al.
303, 303,
Appreciate that, dog.
39. I still call 13891.
And I'm not quite sure when we're gonna go. Like, I got your message. Yeah, the water's getting warm, but the warmest the water is still cold. Ow, 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 ow.
man. 926 Charles, indicated, verify your location.
The vehicle suspects are now 39 from Marlton, on 39 close to Marlton, considered gray, order possible
Alright guys, we need ourselves a early morning story here.
Okay, Roger.
Let's do it. Let's find one. Let's go find one. Let's do it. Let's do it.
331 man. Okay, Victor Frank, 351. 106. Information incident 873. Lincoln 166, no longer warrant 2010 Honda Utility, Roland Valenzuela 220 Bronx, Bronca Avenue, apartment C, Santa Barbara. 20 minutes. Only within the 8 meters.
North of Valley, North West Wall. No suspect.
Stephanie Batista, 953 Tobias Avenue, apartment Santana City.
Incident contact one person injured ALS, 11327 Utah Avenue, Gardendale.
Central traffic unit, ambulance traffic, first admission, vehicle versus pedestrian. Code 3, incident 877 RD451. Central traffic unit available, identify.
793.
Engine 183 Medical Rescue, 447,
Roger,
Loma Drive, Monterey Avenue.
Code 3 ringer 820 East 68th Street, incidents are 874.
1919, landline 15C5. Standby, 15839, code 6 Charles indicated, verify your location. Mission is code 3, incident 877 RD451.
No one.
so far on the Coast 6, Charles 11254, Pano, and information only.
Did you receive? Come in.
Now your starting location.
Company, do they have at that location?
Stadium Way and Morton, and all involved with the 602.
And I read your call, people.
Yeah! Just the good old boys.
895, repeat the cross to Stadium Way.
Never meaning no harm.
Three 31, the clear advice is their location was matching westbound.
Origin. A John Maria 602.
I have a comment. Is there any sign-up at the residence or any indicator of what alarm company was?
Another location is going back to location is a blue sort of path marker.
Any information contact locally, you know, success and consider speeding zero. 21695. 390.
You stay where you are, thank you. You do what you're gonna say and we'll be fine. Stay where you are, thank you. Excuse me, thank you. What's up, guys? You guys want to go to a story? Uh-oh. Why is that guy just sitting there? Where's he going? Why does he feel like he doesn't know where he's going? That's not good at all. It's not good at all. You should probably try to figure out where you're going. Alright, where are we going?
Five all units information only on 507 party in the area of 7016 Woodland Avenue and for only in 7280 already 1412. 2 King 7 1 Union 7 66778 no one CIC 2001 Toyota 4-door corresponding license King Lord John Sam Lincoln Anna Yaga Elm 3216 order.
857 David, 857 Animal
We're at the location of the vehicle pen, but looks like we are UTL and so is LAPD that is now directly behind us. Those are LAPD's lights coming up behind us, but I believe we are UTL.
3420 North Falcon Street, Unit 215, West Avenue.
William Cookport, Chadwick, and Navarro, requesting only one additional unit.
Yeah, we're gonna be UTL.
Advise if you heard the outside of the community. Okay. You're going to go ahead and count your response.
Suicide 10974 Mass Girl, 10974 Mass Girl. Male under the razor. Code 3. Correction, ambulance attempt suicide 10974 Mass Girl. Code 3 incident 887 RD 1943. Commission 810 license plate.
While we're here, excuse me guys, I'll be right back.
559 says it's Charles indicated verified location.
Chadwick in Navarro.
It's Charles Chadwick in Navarro, long distance. Chadwick in Navarro.
Okay, we're back.
Rescue 75, stabbing. 10974. Mass call. 422
Any other getting close to you, but Victor 162 Southern Vermont Avenue at the auto zone. Posting number 1 male white, 20 years, light base on cap, blue rubber gloves. Posting number 2 male white or male entrance, Stanley Kelly 20, screen short. Posting send order location, unable to get through the metal gate. Code 2 incident, 292 RD 2019.
Hospital 117 Wood Drive, 117 Wood Drive. Secure information from the alarm company. Residents inside that alarm went off. It's code 3, incident 891 RD 1595. Or however that identified.
17879, did you receive?
Your retail desk work.
You want to know this?
2800 27 covers general burglar alarm.
459 off of that. 13401 with your
17 William 12 on there.
335, Main Rock, Correction 8 Town Road, 602, no one, number 2012 Cadillac Coupe. That's white, 32 years, colorblind, long sleeve shirt, shorts, substance use with being bipolar, not on medication, is scheduled at 893 or 1854. 13W12, clear.
And then 415 group 126 West 55 Street, incident 871, also an additional 415 group at 127 West 55, incident 875, RD 1371, Echo 30 ringer 820 West 60th Street, incident 874, RD 1385. For the trailer to be 1835, you show up close, 115 South Broadway, we're losing trouble. Thank you, Roger. 157 South, maybe limited trouble. Fair check, 7020 South San Pedro. Subject is a male black, 6 feet, 160, dark brown over brown. Possible suspect is a female Hispanic, 30 years. Monitor for additional code 2 incident 896 RD 1395.
1916, 1916, respond to 10974 Moscow Avenue.
I just asked to, how the
James, unknown location of the razor. He's possibly attempting to run from location.
Yes, this is live in LA. I'm in Los Angeles, near downtown LA, listening to radios legally and waiting for a call so I can go record it and try to get it on TV as breaking news. That's the plan, that's the goal, that's what we're trying to do.
Suspect, male Pakistani, 30 years.
Live in LA. As a matter of fact, here, I'll show you LA.
In a blue Infinity.
It's actually behind me. You want to see LA?
Code to incident 894 RG.
I'll show it to you.
2128.
Animation unit, Mental Illness 10025 Granite Avenue, code to incident 0893 and RD 1954.
Hey, look, there's LA.
First mistaken.
784996. Additionally, 80 distance. Hollywood units of 1681, 1681. Also 459 in progress, 11726 Laurelwood Drive.
Brickhouse. The answer is no, but my question to you is why would I? Why would I? As long as I didn't walk into their house and film them dead in their bedroom, I didn't do anything illegal, and just because I'm filming, it's not my fault. Usually people that sue someone, they sue someone because it's their fault for something. It's not my fault your son was drunk and crashed his car. It's not my fault your house burnt down. So when you sue somebody, you usually sue somebody for fault. It's not my fault. And bam, look at this. Boom. If I wasn't paying attention, I could have became the story. Or she would have became the story.
Also, 5921 Terrace Drive, 5921 Terrace Drive. Actually, so I'm being affected. Open line 91 is code 3 and line 100 is busy. Code 3
Well, we found our vehicle ped, I think. I just don't know if it's newsworthy here. I'm gonna say no. Victim's already in there. Looks like they're up, conscious and breathing. It's possibly it was a hit and run though, but I'm gonna say no.
First to Vegas.
Times 429 and Summers 27.
I'll get you all right.
Southwest 185 personal assault at BLS 2212 South Virginia Avenue, Philadelphia Street. PD responding. Please repeating. 623 South Citrus Avenue, Rolling Street. Yummy, I'm doing it. Enter DLS 13829 Christine Drive, College Avenue. Mission unit to handle before signing outside the division. Identify.
In Vermont. At the scene of an unknown party at a house located on Vermont, Sierra 1 gunshot, people screaming. I'm on the right from this code 3-918 ready 1215. 77 units to have identified. Making double friends. All 30, 19, 030 with 1210025 for Nat Avondale. 1575. Three of the company responses are service division, top dog. Correction, Boomer 76.
Thank God for the cancellation. Thank you. Over 5 with now causing 6 years of age, possibly breathing, someone from saying to his right. Someone do that.
East 1 7th Street. 20 recovery right at the business gate 2026 Street instead of 874 acres for time. For responsibility to use up there now 137 North Toronto, so it's range at 919 early 2013.
Sure. So here it's close to the 19th Street.
Pacific Road.
What's your third?
13th Street.
45, the Bay Owl. Roger from
Suspect is breaking items inside the location 2612. Transfers the mother has locked herself inside and upstairs and says the front door is open. Position on incident 909.
Suspect is the PR and the male unknown. Higher from traditional. So as soon as it's 923 or 511.
314, are you registered? You can all take the FD as a map.
335, we're close to the area.
2825 subject near 137 North Toronto.
4 short back. 6 on medium 1 from shoulder line. Cold water. 14 out of 13, can I get a supervisor in my location?
20, need for 2013, Washington, he's going to be 1176 Laurelwood Drive in North Hollywood. Here's the for once again, make a decision to vehicle.
Sorry, you'll have to make access to
2013, no further.
CPR on station.
So,
Code 611-726 Laurelwood Drive in North Hollywood. 2 incident 923 or 511.
You would find show code 4, so 16 custody.
29, no further.
well, Seaweed Witch,
This way.
47.
you should be able to get one, I believe, in a year or two. I believe Ford is breaking out the Bronco again.
Is a male, black, 24 years, known gang member.
And from what it looks like, from the pictures I've seen, they look really good. They look really good.
Houston incident 895. Hey, 1 Roger.
Does the PR have a location for the suspect?
No, the Blazer's with Chevy. I don't know if they're bringing back the Chevy Blazer or not. I know the Bronco's coming back. They look pretty sweet. It might be the car that saves Ford.
1811 Public Assist 1772 East La Paz Road, Central Avenue. Over what's the name of the
Better domestic violence, 2410 Congress Avenue, 13th to 922 RD316.
13 switch to syntax of 1345. Are you able to re-respond?
Show code 4.
What's up, Netherlands? There's a lot. There's a lot of stringers in LA. There's a lot. There's even a TV show called Stringers LA. You can find it on this channel right here. But yeah, no, there's a lot of stringers in LA. I don't know. I want to say 50 in the LA market. That's being truthful. Don't forget the LA market is from the bottom of Orange County to Riverside, San Bernardino, Lancaster, Palmdale, Victorville, all the way to, I'd say, almost Santa Barbara, depending on how far the story goes, but Ventura for sure. So with all the companies, and there's a good few companies that have a lot of people, and then there's a few companies that have a few people, but I'd say there's probably 50 stringers in the LA market compared to 10, 20 years ago. Mario, no, I don't think so. I think the only thing we got in OC tonight was that fire in Fountain Valley.
41 Instrument 256.
Adam 73. 28, 25, go.
2825, the current call back and advise that our location is south of 122 North Toronto Avenue. The residents from the red door stated the suspect was trapped inside by a possible female upon previous arrival. Here now no longer hears any noises or sees the lights turned off for the residents.
Artie Vrees, I'm not sure. Why? Why are you asking?
Suspect directed to building 4, unit 225.
It's not just cops that have red lights. Some of us have it too, because that's bright. I have this covering right now, so it doesn't hurt my eyes. But if I didn't have that, that's bright, and you don't want your eyes all brighted out at night. So this, you can get things done in your car. That's why they have red lights. Is that what you're talking about? The red dome light inside? It's just so you can see better. I know, Andrew, right? I told you, I saw it like 2 years ago. I saw it about 2 years ago, and I was very interested in it, but I couldn't wait that long, so I ended up getting my truck. But it's possible I could trade my truck in for that. The problem with that is it is a two-door, and it holds the same amount of people, but it is a two-door.
12620 Tonopah Street, 12620 Tonopah Street. In front of location, suspect is a male, heavy set. Victim is a male, 23 years. Stand by for further. Code 3 incident 930 1661. Special unit 10 identify. 95 Roger.
No, there's not really a happy hour. No. I know what you're trying to say, though. I see what you're getting at. There's not really a happy hour. Especially on the weekends.
17,
Do I like the Explorers? I guess. I don't have a Bronco.
671.
And I'm not aware of the shooting in Hawthorne at the hotel.
Coach 922 and RD 362 for his final double division identify. They said it's 2 to 9, go to a 905 8721 identify. 837 standby.
I would like a story, though. I don't like being up this long and not getting a good story.
1220 Tonopah Street. Code 3 incident 0930 and RD 1661. And then if I monitor MDD for a minute.
Supervisor, show me responding from Osborne and Laurel Canyon.
Cheryl, I love my job, and I don't know, something to do with something probably to do with the TV industry, television, something, not quite sure what. I don't really have a dream car, Andrew. I'm not a car guy. I don't really have a dream car. No, Michael, it's not a Hellcat. It is a Police Pursuit edition, though. Yeah, there's already been some stories. Just they haven't happened around me tonight. The Inland Empire had a pretty good, decent brush fire in River Valley, where a firefighter was injured. Oh, Hellcat for my dream car? Nah. I would go way more decimals than that. We're doing dream car. I'd go higher than a 5-digit car. Get myself a 6-digit car. But I'm not a car guy. I have friends who are car guys. They get all excited over things that go vroom vroom. What I want to know is, where are the command posts for the ice raids? I need to find an ice raid. Anybody have any friends or family that know things? Either side of the line works for me. It doesn't matter if you're on the good side or the bad side. I just need some info. I'm taking advantage of? I don't think I'm taking advantage of them. I'm sorry you feel that way. I hope you have a nice day. Thank you for joining. Taking advantage of would be finding out where they live and going and breaking into their house while they're at the hospital. That would be taking advantage of. Recording a car crash where a drunk driver killed somebody, it's actually educating the public. Yeah, I'll make money off of that incident, but I'm also educating people. So is the news.
2017 Hyundai.
And I've already been judged for it. I judge myself every day. La Migra. Right? Where's La Migra right now? I'm looking for La Migra. I remember as a rude little kid going to school on the school bus. I don't even think it was a school bus. I think it was just in regular life, going by the strawberry fields. La Migra, La Migra. So rude. It is so true that people can change, and that people do change. Now, granted, I still have some of the same thoughts and actions that I did when I was 12, but I'm not the same person I was when I was 12, not the same person I was when I was 22. Definitely the same person I was when I was 42. Actually, I'm not even the same person I was when I was 42. I'm 44 now. I'm already different. Bronson changed a lot. I look at it right now, I'm just a family man out here trying to support his family. That's it. That's basically what it comes down to. Not trying to be the best stringer anymore, not trying to have the best company anymore, not trying to get all the news. All I'm doing is being the best dad I can be in the situation that I'm in, and I'm just a family man out here trying to support his family. That's it. That's me. That's me in a nutshell right now. If any of you guys happen to come by somebody being arrested with by a guy with the word ICE on the back of their jacket, please send me the footage. Scott@loudlabs.com. Scott@loudlabs.com. What made me want to capture all the action? It's not that I wanted to capture the action. It was an opportunity was put in front of me, and I had an opportunity was put in front of me at the right time, right place, and I had the right tools. I had the right know-how for the job. And growing up, I always thought I saw, I always thought I did or saw cool things, so I thought it'd be cool for other people to see the things that I see or do, and that's kind of how it started. And then right place, right time, right skill set. This is how it worked. This is how it worked out.
Arizona plate, Charles David Mary, 6319.
1639, goodbye.
Supervisor back 1X37 on the ambulance, female mental illness identified. 1060, roger.
6879, a better location is 1509 South Orange Grove and RD 763, but PD is no longer needed. 27/50 traffic collision ALS, Jilson Street, and 1 semi-truck license, X-ray Charles 35689, X-ray Charles 35689.
Yeah, Paolo, you've been stalking me all night. Giving away my locations, now you're telling me you're in front of me. You want to get blocked? Keep it up. And there's nobody in front of me, dude. There's nobody in front of me. Literally nobody.
The one in CIC. 59, no further. Dodge Challenger, 2-door. HT.
1990 has 19Z5 and 1 Western.
Z5, 19Z5, land on the watch commander.
5, roger.
Artie Vrees, what are the special rights? No special rights, just the ones in our Constitution, that's all.
Orange Avenue. Because I'm the local.
Brickhouse, I looked at his page. I don't think so, and I don't know any stringers in gray Hondas, so I don't think he is competition. Just seems like a stalker.
1881. Pierre called back on incident 0895 1100
Let's be
London
honest.
Avenue. Suspect is now across the street from location. Additional incident 0895.
Thank you, verify 25V113.
Artie Vrees, yeah, for the most part, just make sure everything you have is legit. Don't have wrong lighting. What is a stringer? Hey, Cheryl, that's me. I'm a stringer. Cheryl, do you have Netflix? Talk with your handler. I don't know Chelsea Handler. It's the only handler I know. Stinger. Oh, no. Stringer. I'm a stringer. Cheryl, if you have Netflix, go check out a show called Shot in the Dark, and then you'll see what a stringer is. But I feel like you've already seen it.
3020, can you send me incident 0748?
Paulo Media, are you out stringing or are you out stalking? What is your reason for being out at 5 in the morning in downtown Los Angeles? How long have I been live? Urban, this is part 2. Part 1 kind of didn't work out. I think I started around 3.
Back in the vehicle, 98 Park Check. Follow complete with the area of the Belmont Fair.
Copy, that was a big fire. Be a bounty hunter, a real bounty hunter, or a fake bounty hunter on the internet? Which one? Because being a fake bounty hunter on the internet pays so much more than being a real bounty hunter. So much more. It's all good, Paulo. I see the word media on there, so I gotta ask. You know what I mean? What's going on here? Solo vehicle, blocking, party out of vehicle, walking, may need medics. Not a big deal.
Information on the code 30 excessive loss 8941 Tampa Avenue at Ulta. Covers the front left motion, incident 949.
And Paulo, whatever you go by, I do appreciate you not stopping while I'm live. I appreciate that. If I'm at a scene and you see me, anyone's welcome to come up and say hi. But if I'm just stage sitting here, I appreciate it if you don't come up and say hi to me. Now, if you recognize me and you're not stalking me live and you just happen to see me, that's one thing. That's happened a few times. But if we're live and you're stalking me and you want to come say hi, I don't like that. It's a little weird. A little weird. Yeah, Corbin. Yeah, Corbin. Yes to both of your questions. Yes to both of your questions. Absolutely. Who's in Los Angeles right now? Turn on channel 7 and tell me what stories you see and whose logo. Or you can just go to abc7.com and watch their live feed.
19 Business on Lincoln, Washington. 1585, there is a code 4 at 11726 Laurelwood Drive.
I know the Valley had a double shooting. It might even be an officer-involved shooting in San Fernando. You're out photographing. Right on, dude.
19 RA Lincoln, Washington.
Stringing wasn't a career 10 years ago. Well, I was doing it 20 years ago, and I haven't had a different job since. You don't have TVs on your channel, it's just gaming stuff. Things get called in. Hermit, I got a dude that lives out there who covers that area. So for me, I don't quite go out there too often to work.
1585 Elmore, Santa 15 Adam George Lincoln 292.
Better location is going to be 252, apartment 2.
83, you can cancel this early incident 0869.
at 953 RD 1317.
In Victory, on Fallbrook, walking southbound between Victory and Bandit Owen. Suspect is a female, black, 30 years, in a white shirt, black pants. So 3 incident 955 RD.
Corbin, I don't know. That's a good question. I mean, I could say 100, considering 50 of them are here. So, who knows? But not a lot of people make it a living. There's not a lot of people that do stringing as a living. Out of those 50 stringers that I said, you know, I said there's 50 of them in Los Angeles. I would say maybe 10 of them are full-time at it. Right? Because how many full-timers I got on my team? I got at least, yeah, I'd say out of the 50 stringers that are in Los Angeles, we'll say a dozen, maybe about a dozen of them are full-timers. The rest of them all have part-time jobs or full-time jobs and do stringing as a hobby. I wouldn't say thousands. There's not thousands. Anybody could be a stringer. So, I mean, millions, I guess, is a correct answer. So it's thousands, but not thousands or millions are. There's probably 100 stringers in the country. And I'd say I know probably half of them. I do know some stringers. All over LA. All over LA. Oh, I don't do this 24/7, Cheryl. No way. During the day, I enjoy myself. I work at night so I can be a loser all day. Go check out the show on Netflix. You'll really enjoy it. It's way more fun than this stream is. Way more fun. The only cool thing about this stream is, after you watch Shot in the Dark, and you see all that crazy crap, I'll give you the opportunity to talk to one of those dudes that was involved. So that's the kind of cool thing about this stream, is you watch the show, and then you can come talk to me about it if you want. John, anywhere from 5 to 50. I don't have a set schedule. It's one of the reasons why I love and enjoy the career path I took. I don't have a set schedule. I couldn't do 9 to 5 Monday through Friday. Couldn't do it. No way. Absolutely not.
One of your calls. Can you voice the comments of the code 2 call on Austin, Memphis?
Right on, Paulo. I appreciate it. If I have a press hat on me, so I have press hats on me. If you see me at a scene, hit me up. I'll give you a hat. If you want one. If you don't want one, I understand that too.
2 PR in the Dark Navy, Blue 4 Taurus, will direct to 8709 Hobbs Avenue.
There's a lot of action in Fresno. There's actually, Fresno has a pretty strong stringing community, and it's growing. There's usually at least 3 or 4 guys from here. But Fresno has a lot of fires. Fresno has a lot of fires. Loveless, I am the company that I work for. So the amount of money that I make goes to me, and then I have guys that also work for the company. So if they get stuff on TV, if their footage shows up on TV, I do get a percentage of it. And we only get paid if our footage shows up on TV. We don't get paid if it doesn't show up on TV. It is a sweet deal. I never thought 20 years ago when I started doing this that it would turn into what it has turned into, or that I'd still be doing it 20 years later. I never planned on being the boss, but now I'm a boss, and I can start to see that the sun's coming up. Oh, I like that. No, I don't have anybody in San Diego, but San Diego has people in San Diego. They got a good dozen stringers down there. So yeah, there's a lot of stringers. There's a lot of stringers in the country.
For a major 415 group 7940 Fulton Drive. 1 freeway.
Yeah, 1-2 and Anarchy. Andrew's talking to you.
1X11, have you located your PR?
Long Beach. Long Beach is not quiet. You can make a living just literally being a stringer in the city of Long Beach. They have enough fires, pursuits, and shootings to keep you busy, and car crashes to keep you busy in just Long Beach.
Station 41.
Sierra 18, 415, Major
So
7940 Vulcan Drive.
I've been doing this job for 20 years, and I don't know if YouTube existed when I started doing this, but I started doing this in the year 2000. I didn't start uploading my videos to YouTube until 2012, and in 2012 social media was not what it is now, so no, I did not expect it to turn into what it has become. But yeah, YouTube wasn't, when I first started uploading to YouTube, I wasn't looking at it as an income. The stations are my income. YouTube has become a secondary or third-ary, fourth-ary income, I guess, depending on how you look at it.
21-829 is requesting a supervisor when that gun family.
So at this point, I'm just waiting for a text from the wife that Bronson's awake. Once Bronson's awake, I'm gonna head home, go hang out with them, take a nap, go find something to do today with the family. But 1-2 to answer your question, no, I didn't think it would do this, but I also wasn't planning on doing this. Cheryl, where do you live? What area of the world do you live in? Or you don't need to answer that if you don't feel comfortable. Yes, 1-2, they did. They did. Yes, LAX, it has begun. Yes, it has. Australia. All right, so yeah, you're not gonna be able to see our footage out there. I mean, you'll see our footage, but not in a constant.
Mary King 305. 7 Mary King 805.
LAX, you have competition on that thing?
That's going to be 305. Further.
I'm guessing you did, it being so big.
Yes, I did.
Yeah. 1-2 every day, man.
6040.
Every day it's a pissing match. But things have gotten better over the years.
That are pure wants to meet us at the
Things have gotten better over the years.
Because they're not here.
Avian, Tiani, 192.
Well, hello, Black Forest, South Germany. How you doing?
41 Roger. Right, 409.
Yes, I did hang the plaque in the living room. I did. It's in the living room. In between the TV and the Nightcrawler advertisement, movie billboard poster. What was that, 4 foot by 6 foot? That 6 foot by 4 foot bus stop poster in the living room. Mulder, anywhere from 25 to 150 a night. It all depends. It all depends on how busy it is. It all depends on how much I want to sit, drive, stream, not stream. But most of the job is sitting in a parking lot waiting. It really is.
To reach 15839.
And in Anarchy, absolutely. Yes, there is. Sheriffs have to spend 3 years in the prison system before they hit the streets. LAPD comes straight out of the academy into the streets. So that right there alone changes a person. You can be the nicest, coolest person, but you go spend 3 years in the prison system and you see what goes on in those jails, it changes you. So the sheriffs are, there's definitely a difference between the sheriffs and LAPD. Sheriffs have it, I'm not going to say LAPD has it easier, but sheriffs have it harder. if that makes
That
sense.
was the address the victim reported.
Andrew, I have no idea. I really don't know.
Can you resend me that incident?
Yes, code 4, Fallbrook and Victory. 7 Roger. Hey, once you have to handle that 2K just occurred. 1540 3rd Street, go to 940, 759.
Alex, I think I saw him yesterday in an SUV. I don't think he was in the Vic, unless that was somebody else. But I don't think I've ever met him.
9819, 9819, are you clear?
Sheriff and Highway Patrols are the same? No, they're not the same.
Roger, both is still.
Difference between LAPD and CHP? Absolutely. CHP guys, I don't know. They're both, I mean, well, I don't know. I was going to say CHP guys seem to be happier, but as I go through my head, I see them a lot. Sometimes they're not. Police are police. It's a tough job. It really is, man. My hats off to all of them. And no, sheriffs and highway patrol are completely different. Completely different.
Close 6 months without the Melrose online.
Single calling unit, Cody Winger 12240.
Comes that sun. Starting to get daylight out here.
66 and 1503.
Tennis, incident 0953.
Verify you cannot handle incident 603.
6 Queen 2, 6 Queen 2, are you clear?
Off of 8709.
Jesse, I don't think so.
Red 5, LA.
And no, Border Patrol and CHP are not the same.
1250 number.
LAX, go.
Me, CBS needs logins. Or if you could just 21 CBS and give them the logins.
309 North Broadway at the McDonald's. Suspect is a male Hispanic, 55 years. We're in a gray or white.
My phone's being busy. I just sent you the login.
711, code to incident 969 or D112.
Copy that.
Thank you, LAX. Andrew, here's the problem with me being a stringer in Fresno. Just like me being a stringer in Denver. Just like me being a stringer in Las Vegas. Just like me being a stringer in any metropolitan city that's not LA. I'm not being... How do I say this? How do I say this without being rude? But that's kind of how I am. I'm rude and to the point. The point is, I'll make your city look bad. If there's not a bunch of stringers doing it now, I'll make your city look bad. I'll end up showing you a lot of things that you weren't aware that was going on. If I go work a city hard, let's St. Louis, Missouri. If I go to St. Louis right now, everybody knows that things happen in St. Louis. But if I go work that city for a month, you're actually gonna see the things that happen there, and I'm gonna make your city look bad. Luckily, LA's big enough to where it already has that, it already does that on its own. In my world, my string world, there's nobody here that's gonna make it look bad. It already looks bad because of the way that the stations cover the city as it is. So any city I go to, I'm just gonna make it look bad. So could I have the same success? Not the same that's going on here in New York. Those two will always be the biggest successes, but other cities it's possible.
444 Street at the right 8 is 972. 6th Street, Coral Street or Broadway.
And Cheryl, thank you for caring. You're welcome.
Howard, Summer, Topanga, and Burbank.
And we step out, we're right here on Broadway 66. I was on North Broadway, but there is one in Holmbeck Division at 3105 North Broadway.
3937.
Gangs from here in LA went to Fresno and started up over there. Sounds about right. Like, I understand being in a gang, 17s, in your teens, in your 20s. I get it. But if you're in your 30s and 40s and still banging, something didn't work out. No, Cheryl, I don't have a Patreon. I don't. I've been advised that I should get one, but I don't. And one of the reasons I don't is I don't know what to give. I don't know what to give you. Like, what can I give you? You know what I mean? One, two. That's a trick question, or what you would call a loaded question. I ain't biting at that.
Are with a metal rod. See the security officer in front of that location. Suspect was last seen possibly at Hope and Night. Code 2 incident 973-3162.
Uh-oh. I could do destination request within reason, but what does that mean, though? What do you mean, destination request? Yeah, but I already upload all my content to YouTube. Everything that the team shoots, we upload, and then I upload these streams. There's really not much more. Like, I'm not hiding anything from you. Patreon is for... You're gonna pay to see special things. I'm not hiding anything. So I've had a hard time trying to figure out Patreon.
906 Campbell Avenue. Here than being a black. Nissan Sentra.
But one of the things I could do with Patreon is I can make it to where it's almost like a down payment on a ride-along. You give so much per month, and once that equals a certain amount, I'll give you a ride-along. That sounds about right. So it's like making payments to a ride-along. So if you gave, let's say, $100 a month for 3 months, boom, now I owe you a ride-along. Golf? If you want to golf with me, sure, you can pay to golf with me. I will tell anybody right now, you're more than welcome to pay me to golf with you. But I said this once and I'll say it again. If you make a tee time, I'll happily pay for my own round. Make a tee time anywhere in Southern California, I'll play golf with you and I'll pay for my own round.
781 clear.
Well, Jorda, bummer. You can still give me money. You just have to find someone to collect your write your ride along. Have I ever thought about doing a meet and greet? Andrew, yeah, I've thought about it. This is it. We're doing it right now. Physically, literally doing it right now. I don't know about physically. More visually. We're visually doing it right now.
Call back for insert 950.
Aussie, Aussie, Aussie.
Resident 0967 3705. Thank you.
What's up, Urban? What's up, Tyler? Wozzy, Wozzy, Wozzy. Don't be sorry you didn't miss much. Do I ever go to bars? I used to. In my 20s and 30s. Too old now. I got family. Corbin, nope, they do not. I think it's you. It's you. It's not buffering. It's you. It's you.
1307, verify with phone.
I was looking to go for a check on 17
This way, what's your holder?
1389, 1389, cancel your response at 953, 1307, channel.
Southbound Man, 152 Street, 3874, Potomac Avenue. This is 6039362.
Icy, stop yelling at me. Stop yelling at me. And the answer is don't know yet. My guess at this point would be no. That would be my guess. But I haven't been told no yet.
Hospital battery suspect there now, 3201 North Broadway at the 7011. It's code 2, incident 977, RD416. 914, 856 West 71.
Engine 194 Public Assist, 1260 Cobblestone Road.
Michael, it needs to be a pretty big crime because regular crimes don't make it on the news, so it'd have to be a pretty big deal, and it's not worth it. It's not worth it. For the amount of money you make off of one story, it's not worth it. Like back in the day, I know somebody who got arrested for, they arrested him because they said he started the brush fire, and then he recorded the brush fire for profit. Well, there's no amount of money he could have made off that brush fire that would be worth the amount of years in prison. Like, they're just, it's the amount that he possibly could have made and did make doesn't equal. Like, if you're making 100 grand on setting a forest on fire, it's very possible that people are going to set forests on fire. But when you're making nowhere near that, it's not worth it. It's not worth it for the few grand that you're going to make off of a story to sit in prison. It's just not worth it. Nightcrawler. Dude took one of my lines. The writer took one of my lines and put it right in the movie, right at the end. When Jake Gyllenhaal or Lou Bloom says, "I like to think that you'll be there, or I'll be there at the worst time of your life," that's my line. Not that I like to think that, but I'll be there at the worst time of your life. That's my line. I've been saying that for 20 years. My reality is people's most harshest reality. I'll be there at the worst time of your life. You won't see me, but I'll be there. I used to say that a lot. My reality is people's most harshest realities. I'll be there at the worst time of your life. Like I said, man, I'm not the same person I was 20 years ago. What a difference a Bronson makes. What a difference a Bronson makes. RD, nope. Nope, never, not a once. Now, I do have a story where I was investigated by the government, where I believe a CIA or other operative sat next to me on a plane and asked me some questions. But besides that, nah. but I may or may not be involved in a government conspiracy. And once you're involved in a conspiracy, you can never be uninvolved. So I think the government is possibly involved in some things that I happen to cover, and they want to know my end of it and put somebody on a plane to talk to me about it. I believe that to be true. That's a spot-on impression. What did I do an impression of? Did I do an impression of myself? Yeah, I can fly. Absolutely, I can fly. I never had a problem with flying.
373, just want to go through from Dillon K and Dinker to 5018 Coliseum Street.
I log off 14 SB90 watch for.
301 for the back for the station. 301, just trying to go through from Southwest Station to
Yeah,
5018 Coliseum
Urban.
Street.
I have to. That's kind of how America works.
Engine 184, person injured BLS 1379 West Mission Boulevard. We'll get it floor.
Yeah, 21.
Suspect suffers from bipolar, additional incident 984.
Yeah, Andrew.
38.
There's a little bit of a difference between those two guys. Yeah, a little bit. Nah, Urban, it's impossible. It's impossible to be under the table. You got big companies like ABC, NBC, CBS giving you money, and money that they report, so obviously you have to report it all. Oh, you thought I was doing Jake Gyllenhaal. That's funny. That's funny. I was doing an impression of myself. But considering Jake Gyllenhaal, I was researching for the role that Jake Gyllenhaal played. He kind of played me-ish a little bit. Go figure. Go figure. Here's what the problem is. That movie was 2014. Shot in the Dark was 2017. Here we are in 2019. It's time to start living in the future and stop living in the past. I have a lot of friends who live in the past. We all know people that live in the past. We all know that high school guy. We all have that friend who still talks about high school football. He's in his 40s and 50s. But we have I know a lot of people that live in the past, and I recognize people that live in the past. So I'm starting to do myself a favor and stop living in the past, live in the future. And yes, Bronson has everything to do with that. I never had a reason to, live in the future, but now I do. Talk with Scott Lane. Serious Talk with Scott Lane. Chris, yes, it was, and it's weird because, well, and you hit the nail on the head. Low budget movie, high budget movies don't allow for the bad guy to win. In that movie, the bad guy won. You don't see that often, and you won't see that in a big old Hollywood movie. You won't see where the bad guy won. That movie, the bad guy won.
Vehicles and known if any injuries, suspect may possibly be intoxicated. Incident 1004 1749.
All right, I'm waiting for a story, or I'm waiting for a picture. Whichever one shows up first decides on where we go next. Yes, Allie, I am hoping for the picture of little Bronson. I would like to go home and play with little baby B.
Mission Unit, Trespass Suspect 8332,
What
Central
city
Red
am I in?
Boulevard, Incident 0970,
Jennifer,
RD 1983.
I'm in Los Angeles. I am in Los Angeles. Well, guys, I've been screaming all night. All right, I'm just gonna say goodbye now. Yeah, I'm gonna say goodbye now. So I will speak to you guys in the future. Enjoy your Saturday. I'm gonna enjoy my Saturday. Tyler, I absolutely felt it, and thank you for the donations. Everybody, hope you have a nice, safe weekend. Enjoy time with your family, friends. Remember, tomorrow is not promised to anyone. Later, losers.